frames where the whole answer is laid out. All right, it says find the exact segment that joins the points 4, -5 and -3, 6. Make the line segment connect the dots, then create a right triangle to use the Pythagorean theorem. So we don't have to use the coordinate plane here, but they give us one, so why not? And I think using the coordinate plane is a little easier. So if we plot this first point, the x-coordinate is 4, the y-coordinate is -5, so that point goes there. Great. Okay, and on this one, the x-coordinate is -3, so you go back 3, and the y-coordinate is 6. It's going to be there. Oh, geez, that is a big line. We're taking up all the space. So that's what our line looks like. Great, sketched line. Now let's find out what the legs of this triangle are. So here, we have a leg that is about, oh, geez, I'm not sure. Oh, just kidding. The horizontal length here is 7, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. And this one, this is huge. Oh, man. But it's -11. Oh, it's not -11. It's +11. Okay. If you could figure out how I got -11, bonus points for you. If you were to do this just using the coordinates and not using the points or the coordinate plane, you could do, let's see, 4 minus -3. You're doing the 1x from one coordinate minus the x from the other. You'd get 7. Those are the x's. And then the horizontal or the vertical distance or the vertical leg would be the y, or the distance between the y coordinates, the vertical distance, which is, see, if we did -5 minus 6, we get -11, right? But this is distance, right, of a leg of a triangle. We can't have a triangle with a leg that's negative distance long, so we just make it positive. Okay, great. So I'll erase this. We'll use our Pythagorean theorem, which states that 11 squared one leg plus the other leg squared, a squared plus b squared, is equal to the hypotenuse, or c squared. We do that. 11 squared is 121 plus 49 is equal to c squared. If you did that, you'd get 170 is equal to c squared, because that's what 49 plus 121 is. And then are we done? Oh, I hope you agree that we're not done. All right, so we've got to do the square root of that. So your answer would be 13.04 is equal to c. Now on the test, it will be multiple choice. All right, so you will have options to pick from, and you're picking from whatever would be closest to your answer. Okay, so if your answers are like, for this problem, if they're like, oh, root 40 is A and B is root 170 and C is the square root of 9, okay, you would pick B, all right? But also if they had an answer like, I don't know, 14 is A, 13 is B, and 15 is C. Well, 13.04 rounds down to 13, so you'd pick B there, okay? So that's how you would do that. All right, let's move on to number 6. Oh, Brad's younger brother tells him that 19 over 8 is equal to root 3. Oh, poor younger brother of Brad. He's got so much to learn in life. But anyway, Brad knows this can't be right because Brad's got the experience. But also because 19 over 8 is a rational number and root 3 is irrational, so they cannot equal the same thing. But also, his brother's young. He doesn't know what rational numbers and irrational numbers are. So how better could we explain this to Brad's younger brother? I wish I had more space, but I don't. So I'm going to I'm not going to talk. I will tell you, okay, in this space here. So we know, I'm going to use a smaller pen size. There we go. So we know that 19 over 8 is not equal to root 3. Okay, so let's think about this. Root 3 is between, so 1 squared is 1 and 2 squared is 4. So the square root of 3 is going to fall between 1 and 2 on the number line, right? That's where the square root of 3 is. So let me draw my number line down here. If I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So root 3, oh man, that's not enough space here. the square root of 3 should fall somewhere between 1 and 2. Now, if we look at 19/18 or 19/8, if we wrote that as a mixed number, well, how many times does 8 go into 19 as a whole number? Twice, right? 8 times 2 is 16. So 8 fits into 19 twice. And then how much is left over? Well, 19 minus 16 is 3. So it's actually 2 3/8. If you put that in a number line, it would go here. Suddenly Brad's little brother is not so sure that his answer is right. Okay? So that would be a great way to explain it to Brad. You could simply draw this and I would be like, oh, great, they understand it. What a great student. Fantastic work. Absolutely smashing. All right, that's how we do that problem. I'm going to leave that there. You can freeze frame that and check it out. All right, this one's a great one. Elena wonders how much water it would take to fill her cup. Okay, so Elena's got a cup. There it is. Okay, she drops her pencil in her cup and notices that it just fits diagonally. See the diagram. See it? It fits diagonally. Wow. Way to go, Elena. All right, so the pencil is 17 centimeters long. Ooh, I'm going to make a note of that. Actually, I'm going to use my big pen again. Let's go. All right. 17 centimeters. Great. And the cup is 15 centimeters tall. Ooh, all right, 15 centimeters. That's another length, 15 centimeters. Great. And then 15 centimeters tall. How much can the cup hold? Explain or show your reasoning. Okay, so how much water can the cup hold? They give us some hints here, which is really nice of us. Okay, it says the pencil is the hypotenuse. The height of the cup is a leg. Find the other leg, which would be the diameter of the cylinder. From there, find the radius to help finish the problem. Oh my gosh, it pretty much tells you how to do it. So, key thing is it tells us the volume of the cylinder is pi r squared, and we're supposed to use 3.14 as pi. So, it's a lot to take in, but let's do this. We know we're going to have to use the volume of a cylinder, which is pi r squared times h. So let's do that. Let's write this down. So pi r squared times h. Well, luckily we already know what h is, and we know that we need to use 3.14 for pi. So pi times r squared times 15 centimeters. I'm going to write r in a different color ink because so we know that that's what we have to find. I'm going to use this red because it's pretty. All right. So we don't know what r is. Well, let's find out. Okay? Using this awesome purple. All right, so first of all, we can find the diameter here because the diameter is another leg. So let's do that. Let's say A is our diameter. Okay, so A squared plus the other leg is 15 squared is equal to 17 squared. Awesome. Get that out of there. All right, so let's start solving these. All right, so we know that 15 squared, well, if you put it in your calculator, you'll know 15 squared is 225, and 17 squared, oh, that's an awful thing to figure out, but it is 289, okay? Now, we're solving this like an equation. We're solving for A, so we have to isolate that variable, right? So we have to get all these numbers onto the other side. Do that by subtracting 225 from both sides. You get A squared is all alone, and 289 minus 225 is 64. Oh, this is looking crispy. All right, so that's a good thing. Don't worry. We've got to get rid of the square. We can't just put in 64 as our diameter. So let's take the square root. We find out that A is equal to 8. So this whole length right here is 8 centimeters. Great. Let's put it into the equation. Whoa. Freeze. Check it out. Back up here, it says, find the radius. We found the diameter. What's the relationship between the radius and the diameter? Whoop. If you said it, congratulations, but the radius is half the diameter. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So our radius, well, I'll write 8 here, but our radius that we can use is 4. So now we have what r is equal to, and we can write down 3.14 times 4 squared. times 15. And let's solve. Let's just go for it. So 3.14 times, oh my gosh, I wrote it up there. How silly of me. Times 16 times 15. If you multiply those three numbers together, you will get the volume of the cup is equal to 753.6 centimeters cubed. All right? And that is how much water Elena's cup can hold. There you have it. That is the answer. If you did exactly what I did, you'd get 100% on this Unit 8 end of unit practice assessment. Woo! All right. Anyway, so good work if you got all those answers. That's awesome. If you didn't, you can go back through and practice again. This video is here for you if you want to check your work. And good luck on the Unit 8 test. Do not forget that comes out on Thursday, which if you're doing this video on a Wednesday, it would come out the next day. So make sure at the end of this week you're doing your homework check, you've done the discussion, and that you've done the Unit 8 practice test. All right, and the Unit 8 test. That's also going to be submitted. All right, so you have until the 22nd of May to hand in all these, to submit them. After the 22nd, I am not accepting any work. Okay? Y'all are awesome. Good job. You guys are all fantastic. Have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.